Why am I like this? Why am I? All right. We're here. My camera's dirty. My nose ring is so apparent right now. I know I've already made a... Y'all didn't see that hat. Y'all didn't see that hat. I know I've already made a video on this topic as far as like dating a straight guy, but I have feelings right now that I want to talk about. So welcome to therapy and water. I've been drinking a lot more water recently. Not a lot of Coke. Let's get this thing under control. I have dated a straight guy in the past. Now, dating is a very generous term in my eyes. I call it pseudo dating, like we had a relationship, but it wasn't like a relationship, if you know what I mean. Like it wasn't a relationship. Me and this guy, I confessed that I had feelings for him. He said he had never felt feelings like this for a guy before, so he co-signed those fucking feelings. He said, yes, I have those feelings too. Great. We're all sorted. Happy we had that discussion. 3 days later, he's with a woman. So I thought today I would talk about what it's like to be gay. I've been in 3 relationships, if we're counting the one I'm talking about today, or the one I'm pulling inspiration from. Me and this guy dated, if you want to use that term. We were in a relationship for a little bit, pseudo relationship. And in that relationship, I found that I don't ever want to be a secret, and I don't ever want to be the experiment. With this trauma, I guess, that I developed from this relationship, I found out that being gay is hard. Being gay is way harder than I thought. Because to me, it's so easy. Because I just am gay. I don't give a fuck what other people think. I haven't given a fuck since I was in 10th grade. I stopped caring what people thought when I was gay then. I don't care now. I have not cared in a long time. And I get that privilege because I'm a white, cis-passing gay guy. I look like a man, and I basically am. I'm just non-binary adjacent. But I have that privilege, so therefore, it is easy for me to be gay. With the straight guy that I dated, he was also a white guy. He was white, he was twinkish, which, rare for me to go for a twink. So go past me. You liked a twink? He was a white guy. He had brown hair, so he looked white, looked like a man. There was no denying the fact that he looked like what I would be attracted to. He had a harder time being gay or accepting that he was gay. I don't know if he's gay now. I don't know. I'm not going to put any label to him, because he had the disappointment of his parents ratting on him, because his parents would be disappointed if he was gay. And he told me that whenever he shut down the relationship or shut down whatever was happening. And I remember thinking, whoa, being gay is a disappointment now. I've never had that happen. I've never had somebody say being gay is a disappointment. And I was an impressionable 21-year-old at the time. So I thought, oh, so if being gay is a disappointment to the guy I like, why am I gay? Which, don't ever amount yourself to what a guy thinks. That's stupid. Men don't deserve that. They don't deserve that power. But I remember thinking, oh, so it's a disappointment to be gay. I shouldn't be gay. And that's the first time I ever got shaky on my solid base of I don't care. That was the first and the only time now that I've ever second-guessed my sexuality. It made me develop sexual orientation OCD, which is just me thinking, am I really gay? Am I really gay? Having thoughts over and over, intrusive thoughts, obsessive thoughts of gay sex, straight sex, the whole nine, essentially. I probably should do a video on OCD, honestly. I had this whole breakdown of, am I really gay? Because I've never really thought of me being anything other than gay. Because I've known from a very young age who I was. Cassie knew from a very young age who she was. She liked men. She liked the other boys in second grade. I had a crush in second grade. I had a crush in first grade. So like I knew from a very young age what I was. And my parents were not hiding gay people from me. They didn't care if I would turn out gay. They just told me this is an option. So it's not like I didn't know. I knew. So growing up, I obviously had that shakiness, but in my 20s, in my adult life, that was the first time I ever thought, whoa, oh my God. And I second guessed myself. And after me and him split or whatever, I don't know what to fucking call it. He went on to date women, blah, 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 never be satisfied. I went on to develop OCD more intensely. I got diagnosed at 19 with OCD, but I went to develop SOOD. After that, I had to go through this whole trial and tribulation of re-accepting myself as a gay adult, a gay queer adult. I had to re-accept the fact that I am who I am. I'm making a lot of Euphoria references right now. Like, I am who I am. Cal, put your penis away. I had to go through that whole journey again as an adult, because as a teen, it's so easy to just say, I'm this and I'm going to be this. It's so easy to do that because you don't have the outside influences of taxes, needing a job, of paying off your car, of everything weighing you the fuck down. You can just say, I'm this, and go with it. And as an adult, I had to recontextualize that while working a full-time job, paying for my car, going to school, paying for school. I had to redo all of that. Also while trying to navigate bipolar diagnosis, mania, depression, the emergence of a new OCD subtype. So after all of that, I was able to re-accept myself essentially and be happy again for a little bit until I got treated for for bipolar, and that was a fucking nightmare. After that relationship and after whatever the fuck that was, after I had to reinvent myself essentially, I started trying to like think of dating again, and I started putting myself back out there and realized that I don't like men the way I did before, because after I had to reintroduce myself to the idea that I am a queer adult, I am a gay queer adult. When I went back out to date again, trying to find gay men that self-actualized or that have thought more about the people around them than themselves was hard. It was very hard because most gay men can't do that. Not saying that I did, but like I did in a way. And trying to figure out the way to date again and enjoy the men I'm around was hard. It still is hard. Like every time I talk to a man, it feels like I'm talking to like a brick. It has no absorbency. It doesn't want any outside interference to impact the way it lives and moves through its life. And I have mostly given up dating for now because the men I'm interested in aren't interested in me, A, or B, they aren't actualized in any way. They can't see the other people around them in their life that is influencing everything in the way that the world will keep going if you don't figure it out. And obviously, I'd want a relationship. I want to date. I want to be like in a happy relationship one day. But trying to figure out how to do that with men that haven't gone through that process, the same process that I had to go through, it's draining. It's so draining. Like, oh my God. Ah! Don't date straight people. Don't date people that are bad for your mental health. And don't date men. If you like this video and you want more of me, you can follow me on Instagram at CassXE. You can follow me on TikTok at CassXavier. And you can subscribe. I post somewhat weekly. I just posted a video and it was 2 weeks later. A lot happened, okay? But you can subscribe to me here. I'll get more consistent, thankfully. I have some videos in the backlog that I'm having to edit. So, like, subscribe, comment if you dated a straight fucking guy. Okay? Anyways, bye.